Sung Jinwoo is taking Looksmaxxing to the max.
Turn it up.
Oh, okay.
That's the max.
It's the max. That's the max.
Yo, boys, I may be getting ahead of myself, but it's looking like Solo Leveling gonna be one of them ones. The story hitting, the animation smooth, and we cannot forget about the D1 Max Prestige light skin of a main character they got us rocking with, Sung Jinwoo. But he wasn't always like this. Before he started Looksmaxxing, bro had that Timothy Chalamet build, a straight featherweight, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But Looksmaxxing is dangerous though. It can turn a previously top tier ugly nigga like myself with no hoes, no life, no job, no motion, no riz, etc. into a Hall of Fame threat, starting point guard on the Memphis Grizzlies type shit. So it's only right we lock in and see what type of treacherous activities Sung Jinwoo is on to get to this level. So let's get into it.
I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got loyalty.
Alright, so we first get introduced to Jinwoo when he pulls up to this dungeon raid, and off rip, everybody just glazing, bro. He walked through the front gate and all eyes was on him, like everybody was trying to say what's up and dap him up. Hey, what up, slime? Hey, it's my guy Jinwoo. Hey, what's good, broski? Hey, what up, boy? So you sitting there thinking like, oh yeah, Jinwoo gotta be a dog. He's street certified. Everybody in their mama throwing respect on his name. But nah, the only reason they glaze him so hard is because Jinwoo is known as the weakest hunter of all of mankind. And they already know any raid that he gonna be on is guaranteed to be a free lick. I'm sick. This Make-A-Wish ass motion. They giving Jinwoo the same treatment as a special ed kid who they let get buckets on senior night because he was a team manager. And I'm not gonna lie, I can't even blame him though. Y'all, I promise you I'm not trying to be mean. But y'all, you cannot tell me this nigga don't look like a good example. Dude look like he could be actively flipping burgers at Weenie Hut Juniors as we speak. Oh, teacher, you forgot to collect the homework. Face ass. But Jinwoo do get some points for me though, cause he locked in with this top tier baddie like, I don't see you, twin. So the squad heads into the gate to clear the dungeon, and we cut over to see Jinwoo catch his first body, and he was so geeked. But that lasted for all of 2 seconds, cause tell me why this goblin just ran up and boomed this nigga. And now we on the ground hitting the fetal pose. Reboot card finna spawn in at any second. So the rest of the team ends up clearing the dungeon while Jinwoo was getting healed, but they realize something is off when the gate doesn't disappear. And this one dude finds another door, revealing that this was actually a double dungeon that the Hunters Association missed when they first appraised the gate. This second dungeon doesn't have a ranking, but the team just assumes that it's gotta be a D rank just like the first one. So the squad takes a vote because some of the team wants to raid it to get the loot, while others want to wait to know the dungeon's ranking for sure. And they end up being split 50-50 with the deciding vote coming down to the boy, Jinwoo. He see everybody looking at him and he just in his head like, nah, these boys really trying to pull my whole card. I really don't want to go in, but this little crystal ain't worth shit, and I still got my moms and my sister to think about. And they put me on the spot in front of Shorty too. I can't go out like no bitch. I know this nigga ain't thinking about going in there. I'm in. So we cut over to see this random purse snatching in the middle of the day, and I'm just confused. I'm like, what are you showing this to me for? Then this little blonde shorty spawns in the middle of the street and Yup, 10 out of 10 scene. This was a crucial element to the plot that we needed to progress the story. Thank you to the animators, well done, bravo. Thank you to everyone involved. Thank you to... And I can't find a comment now, but on one of my videos, somebody was just like, so is he just gonna be down bad every video? Duh, nigga. This is art. Like, this junk is magnificent. Like, this shit had me tweaking like when I seen the Sydney Sweeney Hot Ones interview. Ain't no shame in my game, OG. But anyways, we back at the dungeon where the team is walking into this final boss battle room looking like it's straight out of Hogwarts Legacy. Creepy statues and all. They fight or flight instincts is non-existent. Just a bunch of Travis Scott, give me the loot ass niggas. See, this is how I know everybody on the team except Jinwoo and old girl ain't never had to make a meal for themselves in their life, cause nobody in this room was ready to cook. Shorty notices that the main statue's eyes were watching them, then both gates shut immediately, trapping everybody inside. The door! It just shut on its own! What do we do? Oh hell no, move. I'm out of here. I already can't do haunted houses and y'all wanted to bring me to this creepy ass. Look out! It's a trap! Oh my god, bro, big dog right here legit got did like a bug on a windshield. Social distance this man's head from the rest of his body, and everybody is shocked. They got to screaming to the top of their lungs, tweaking out like a possessed Cardi fan because they got no idea what to do. So Jinwoo looks back at the main statue and sees its eyes starting to glow, and he immediately yelled action because he knew that motherfucker was finna cause a scene, and that he did. The statue shot out this laser quick as fuck, and like a bitch with an STD, he got that boy burnt, nothing but ashes.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Everybody dying.
Jinwoo peeped how devious the statue was looking and started to regret that he ever voted yes. But he knew that this was not the time to be going outside. Bro had to lock in, put the team on his back, and hard carry like Brian in the 2018 playoffs. So Jinwoo got to talking to Unk, and they peeped that there's commandments written in the dungeon, reading "Thou shalt worship God, thou shalt praise God, and thou shalt prove thy faith." So they get to chatting it up, trying to figure out what the commandments mean so they can escape. But then they get interrupted by the most oralist D1 yapper I have ever seen in my life. Bro was talking about some, "No, I'm not dying here. I just signed my first 360 deal with the major guild. I got too much motion to be packed up in this crap hole with you bums."
Boy, if you don't
Like, bro, shut your ass up. So he gets to yapping about his speed and how he can make it out the trenches. They even gave him this cool power-up with the glowing eyes. But after taking one look at his fit, I knew he was chopped. It wasn't a single ounce of drip detected anywhere in his fit. Bro got dressed up in a red and black tracksuit, and his first thought was like, oh yeah, the green steppers will go crazy with this, with no socks.
embarrassing.
Drip or drown? Dog might as well be at the bottom of the Atlantic, cause this combo should have never seen the light of day. Surrounded by man-killing statues, and what did bro do?
He ran.
And I actually feel kinda bad, cause he did all this yapping just to get turned into a first team McDonald's All-American. He's cooked. He didn't even make it halfway. So Jinwoo realizes they gotta follow the commandments to worship God, which is the main statue. He got the rest of the group to bow down with him, and that actually worked. But then the statue hit one of the most maniacal, one of the most devious smiles I have ever seen. And I know this smile. This is the smile of a nigga that is there to do nothing but hate, spread negativity, and do whatever it takes to ruin your day just for the fun of it. So the main statue got up out of his chair and turned that motherfucker into a scene straight out of Attack on Titan by recreating the rumbling. So everybody just scatters, and dude right here that was so gung-ho about going deeper into the dungeon started having flashbacks about his family. So you knew his time was coming. He was like, everybody, I think the safest place is up against the wall. No, dumbass, look behind you.
Oh my God.
See, I want to feel bad for bro, but I can't. I just want to say I told you so. Like, dude right here was one of the people who damn near gaslit the rest of the group to going deeper into the dungeon just because he wanted to be greedy and get more loot. Didn't Queso teach us what happens when you get too greedy? And now bro just made his wife a widow, and this man then created
Another fatherless child.
the statue really played Fruit Ninja with this man's entire body and turned bro into a banana split. So Jinwoo was trying to figure out what the commandment praise God means when he sees that some of the statues are holding weapons and others have instruments. He directs everybody to stand in front of the statues with the instruments, and to everybody's surprise, another one of his ideas actually works. But the catch is, there can only be one person at each statue. So Jinwoo just leaves Shorty at their statue and starts making a mad dash for another one, but the main statue was on his ass like back pockets, was getting hawked down like a LeBron chase down on a break. Jinwoo was so terrified that bro couldn't even see straight and ran into a statue with a shield instead of an instrument. So the shield statue was just like, and Phantom taxed his ass immediately by chopping off his right leg. So at this point, Jinwoo was straight up bear crawling for his life, Shorty screaming in the distance with the God statue on his ass. And y'all already know, he the main character, so of course he barely makes it, but now the group has to face this third trial where they have to prove their faith to God. Jinwoo assumes that this means that somebody has to get sacrificed on the altar. So this op-ass nigga right here pulls out his sword and starts gaslighting the leader of the group like, we had good men die today. Bum Sheik had a family he's never gonna get to see again, all because you let us down here. If you really want to take responsibility for the deaths of the members in our party, prove your faith to God and us, leader. Offer yourself as a sacrifice.
I beg your pardon?
No. Time out. See, at this moment right here, I would have had to start putting a pause on this nigga, stomping his ass out and leaving him as a sacrifice, cause man, what? This Eisen level manipulator is trying to avoid all responsibility for going into the double dungeon when he legit was the leader of the gaslighting group that wanted to go in and collect more loot. Nah, I'ma say this again. Just for my sanity, I would've had to hit bro with the left, right, good night and left his ass on that altar. So Unk ends up caving and walks into the middle of the altar and a single flame ignites. And the group is still confused, so they turn to Jinwoo for more advice. This is so crazy to me. They was dissing Jinwoo earlier, calling him the weakest hunter of all mankind and cracking all type of jokes. But now they treating this nigga like Lil Durk, the voice of the streets. So Jinwoo thinks each flame represents a person, so he gets everybody to throw that ass in a circle and the ritual starts. There's 6 orange flames for each of the hunters, and the blue flames are a timer for them to prove their faith. The ritual barely lasted 10 seconds when everybody started tweaking out when the statue started surrounding them and closing in on their position. Old girl right here, the big dude, and his op-ass nigga all leave one by one, leaving blind spots in a circle. And after each person left, the door just kept closing more and more. Yeah, these boys definitely not peace. So now we just got Jinwoo, Unk, and Shorty left with the statues closing in fast. Jinwoo doesn't want want him to die, so he tells him to get out and survive, leaving himself as a sacrifice. And I don't even think I can show this next part on YouTube without getting demonetized or heavy censoring, so we just gonna speed run through it real quick. But just know, these statues put Jinwoo in the blender. This shit is gruesome. Boy was 2 milliseconds away from moonwalking with Michael Jackson when he gets a notification.
Treat me like white teeth.
Like, I want you so bad.
Yeah, nah, I'm just playing. That little nigga's still ugly with less aura than Russell Wilson, but he did wake up in the hospital completely healed though. So 2 reps from the Hunters Association came to visit Jinwoo at the hospital because they think that he may have had a second reawakening. So Jinwoo's all geeked. He was like, what? A second awakening? This means I have the potential to become an A. Wait, no, S rank Hunter. So they used a manometer to measure his power and...
You're not him.
So while Jinwoo's in the hospital, he starts to get curious about this video game-like system he's been seeing after the double dungeon. He gets a daily quest of strength training, which is pretty much just a Saitama workout. Bro has to hit 100 push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and run 10 kilometers. And failing to complete this all within a day would result in a penalty. So Jinwoo sees this, and he was just like, yeah, alright. And goes to sleep completely ignoring that shit. And little did he know, the system was just like, oh, you don't wanna listen? I got something for that ass. And just spawned Jinwoo in the middle of this desert. And as his penalty, he has to survive for 4 hours running from this giant centipede. Y'all can't sit here and tell me this penalty ain't OD. 4 hours is insane. See, I consider myself to be in pretty good shape, but nah. After 10 minutes of sprinting on the treadmill, my dumb ass be bent over gasping for air like these. I would have been in that bitch crashed out, running off straight adrenaline for like 15 minutes. But after that, I would have just accepted my fate and let natural selection take its course. So this event gave Jinwoo enough trauma to last a lifetime, and after barely surviving, bro was completely locked in on that training. Just started grinding levels like crazy, going on all types of solo missions, slaying monsters, and dungeon bosses. Bro legit had a whole training arc. Like that dog in him is becoming apparent. This nigga is slowly becoming him. And ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell y'all, he is in fact him. And I don't even know what the time skip was in between episodes, but in spawns in the new and improved Sung Jinwoo, a max prestige Looksmaxxing Lightskin who's ready to compete with the boy Gojo for the top spot. So Jinwoo was still in the hospital recovering, hitting a whole P90X workout. And I ain't gonna lie, seeing this scene for the first time made me want to drop everything and start hitting push-ups. Like, you know the feeling when you get that random urge to get your life together at 3 a.m? Yeah, I was on that type of shit. So the episode starts and the nurses are just glazing this man Jinwoo. The type of motion he having, you can't even catch this shit in 4K. This damn near Duke Dennis level. Like, I kid you not, all the little shorties in the hospital was just on his tip fiending. But of course you always got that one girl in the friend group that's gonna hate no matter what. She was just like, I don't know why y'all gassing this nigga up. He's probably mid as fuck. So she gets up and goes to Jinwoo's room to go take a look for herself. Mr. Sung, I'm here for your 1 o'clock. Oh, alright, for sure, type shit. Man, hold on, run that back. I need an instant replay. She took one look at the boy and shorty lost all composure. She was ready to ride this nigga harder than DJ Academics be riding Drake. So, you need something from me? No, I just wanted to check in on you since you're getting discharged today. Oh, cool, type shit. Oh, and can you follow me on Instagram? Huh? Wait, what you mean? Please, I want you to be my boyfriend. Oh, you know how I be. I don't run it. Wait, nah, second thought. You know what they be saying about them nurses? They be the best eaters. Need that type of Gokok 3000 treatment in my life. Yeah, I got you, shorty. We can link tonight type shit. Hey, I'm already hip. In between them training sessions, Jinwoo had to have been studying film. Straight Duke Dennis Riz compilations to put him on game. Alright, so now that Jinwoo's out the hospital, he got some real world stuff he gotta deal with. First day out when his landlord hit him up, and before he could even get his sentence out, Jinwoo was just like, my fault, OG. I know I'm late on the rent, but I've been in the hospital recently, but I'll get that to you immediately. But to my surprise, the landlord was actually a W mans. He was just like, Jinwoo, I know you've been in the hospital, so if you need a little extra time to make that payment, you smooth, don't worry about it. Man, my nigga. American landlords would never. If you 2 minutes late, them niggas will send 10 all-black Chevy Suburbans with 4 FBI agents each to your front doorstep. So OG on the phone got my stamp of approval. So Jinwoo was trying to think of ways to get his money up so he can pay rent when this group of hunters hits him up to raid this C-rank dungeon. dungeon. And to enter a dungeon on this level, you have to have a minimum of 8 hunters to meet the head count quota. Since he's E rank, in Jinwoo's contract, it says he won't be doing any fighting. So Jinwoo thinking he's smooth. He thinking these boys finna put him in a good position, no diddy, and get an easy 2 mil in the process for basically just being a glorified bag boy. But flag on the play real quick, cause I took one look at the squad leader and I immediately knew that nigga was gonna be there on nothing but bullshit. Straight young boy timing. Like bro, you cannot trust nobody smiling at you like that. So then we can introduce the side character 11D7, Jinwoo.
What's up, brother?
Who's a D rank hunter and is completely dripped out from head to toe. Them boys head into the dungeon and off rip, they feel like the dungeon is off since it's pitch black and the fact that they've been walking for a minute and haven't ran into any monsters. Jinwoo uses his enhanced perception to peep that the monsters are about to attack from above and the squad starts squabbling with the insects. They clear him out pretty quickly but sense something else is off when they see rod wave sized bite marks taken out of some of the ants. During this, the rest of the squad starts acting suspicious and this is when Jinwoo starts realizing he may be surrounded by ops and he not gonna be getting no money for fun. The squad heads deeper into the dungeon, finding packs of half-eaten ants along the way until they find this room filled with a ton of mana crystals. And this is when shit gets treacherous. The op behavior from dude really starting to show. So the squad estimates they have a couple billion worth of mana crystals here to mine, and they didn't expect this much. So the squad leader wants Jinwoo and Jinho to stay back while him and the rest of his crew go get mining equipment. But the only issue is, the dungeon boss is right there posted up like Shaq in the 90s. And if he wakes up, you only got a D and an E rank hunter in there to take it down, and that's damn near impossible. Like Meek Mill not trying to embarrass himself on social media. So after some arguing, the squad leader ratioed Jinho into silence and they started to leave.
Alright, I think that's far enough. Go ahead and seal off the entrance to the lair.
Whatever you say, boss. So them boys set off a huge explosion, trapping these niggas like a 50-year-old IG model with the NBA rookie. And of course, this wakes up the dungeon boss. And when I first saw this, I was just sitting there like,
brother, what's that?
Y'all, I don't think I got arachnophobia, but just know, if I ever got a box with any type of giant spider, bug, insect, whatever, I'm cooked. Them shits is OD terrifying. So Jinho's just like, Jinwoo, hurry! Get behind me! I'll protect you!
Really, nigga?
Hey, I don't even gotta speak on that. But while bro's yelling out positive affirmations trying to manifest himself into a dub, Jinwoo just got activated. And I'm not gonna lie, they should've just slapped the Super Saiyan transformation on this nigga, cause Jinwoo became the literal definition of aura. Bro, as soon as Jinwoo started hitting poses like this, you knew he had no other option but to cook. And Jinho's just watching all this go down in shock. Shit, I would be too. If I saw an alleged E rank moving like this, I would've been looking at him like he was the Messiah or something. Like,
listen, I gave.
So Jinwoo was just straight up blitzing the spider boss, but he can't do any real damage because of its armor. He struggles for a minute until he pulls out the Kasaka dagger he got from fighting the snake boss in the instance dungeon. The dagger has both paralysis and drain abilities, so Jinwoo ended up using the spider's eyes as a weak spot and took it down from there. Bro was just standing there even more terrified than he was before. He saw Jinwoo was on that type of timing, got scared, and wasn't trying to lose his life, so he instantly got to glazing. Then the original squad pulls up, surprised to see that they survived, and this is when the real fight begins. Them boys got to creeping up on Jinwoo and his boy like a predator to prey, none but evil intentions. Then one of the casters snuck Jinwoo, launching him into the wall, and Jinwoo over there on 1 HP looking like he finna be out for the count, but this is when his system tells Jinwoo to lock in.
Tweak out, 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 tweak out.
He gets up, and this nigga's aura is literally radiating from his body.
You know y'all boys fucked up, right?
Hey boss, get a load of the E rank. You've forgotten your place. So let me give you a reality check. You won't beat us. You're literally the weakest hunter of all time.
That's one down.
Bro, Jinwoo boomed this man in one foul swoop, and he didn't even see the dagger. And after that, the rest is history, cause this man proceeded to cook up the most elegant 6-course meal I have ever seen. So after seeing his boy get packed, man's right here pulled out a crossbow with a switch, but that wasn't shit to Jinwoo. This man just swatted away all the arrows, then blood hit an instant transmission, boomed this NPC and his boy, one-shotting him, so that's half the squad down, packed the archer in the next second, and hey, this POV shot right here is terrifying. Bro hit a, now you see me, now you don't, dumbass, boom, run your life. And now it's just Jinwoo and the squad leader. And this man is suffering from a mean case of main character syndrome, cause he think he's special. He started hitting his power up to reinforce his body to make it hard to steal. Whole time Jinwoo was just calm as can be, like,
light work, no reaction.
You damn E rank, die!
Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. You know you and your boys fucked up, right?
This nigga gon' die.
I said it once, and I'ma say it again. Palming somebody's face is OD disrespectful. Jinwoo must have peeped the MASH video and was like, oh yeah, I'm on that type of timing too. Yeah.
What happened? He lied. There's no way in hell he's an E rank. Wait. Even a monster like you has to have a heart. Show mercy and spare my life. I'll pay you whatever you want.
Mercy?
Yes, mercy. Not only for me, but for yourself. You'll never get away with it if you kill me here. Do you know who my brother is?
What happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. Isn't that what you told me? And unfortunately for you, I'm fresh out of mercy.
Oh my god.
Y'all, Jinwoo cooked. Boy was really on his T Grizzly and did that shit with no effort and hit these boys with the most devious reverse jumping. This man is literally aura personified and he only getting stronger, so we definitely gonna have to tap back in on solo leveling. Hey, as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, hit that sub button for me, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Discord link is down in the description, so join up. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Be smooth.